Nia, l'organisateur du même de cette masse.
Yeah, it's all about you like it's your birthday.
Hello, Reloaded family, and welcome to Habibi. You are watching Pick Your Brain with Mr. Reloaded. Stay tuned.
This episode was proudly brought to you by Hannah Beauty Bar. Hi, Hannah.
Hey, Mr. Reloaded, how's it going?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Welcome to another episode of Pick Your Brain with Mr. Reloaded.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Dude, how are you coping up with the weather?
Ish, I swear. Do you see that I'm already in a hoodie right now? I almost put on a whole trench coat on top of this sweatsuit. So I woke up today and I was like, what am I going to wear today at work? And I'm actually wearing boots as well.
Okay.
So I'm wearing boots, a sweatsuit, and of course I've got a wig on. So the wig is literally acting as a head sock. I almost put a head sock on top, but then I was like, it might be too much.
I know, but the outfit is giving. I won't even lie to you.
Thank you.
And I'll do you a favor, because I know to say the viewers heard you saying you're rocking boots. I'll just slide in. It's just a small sample of the boots so they can.
Yeah, they need to see it.
Yeah. How the outfit has come out.
We'll do a little quick outfit check.
Otherwise, it's giving some good vibes.
Yeah, man, that's how we roll.
Dude, did you know that this month is actually Men's Mental Health Month?
Well, I was actually aware of it. I saw that on the social sites, and it's actually a good thing that we have something like that, you know? Especially in this day and age, a lot of men are losing their lives to so much stress and everything that's going on around the world. The economy is killing them, you know, as head of the houses. And also, you know, recently we just lost a friend of ours, so yeah.
What advice would you give to men out there who are passing through the most right now? You know, because the thing is, what I've noticed with men out there, I'm speaking also for myself, it's really hard to find someone that you can relate to, someone that you can share your problems with, someone that can give you hope to see tomorrow. You know, because with this time and age, I believe as a human being, we should take each day as it comes. You know, and it's not their fault, honestly, to say things are not going their way, right? What advice would you give a man out there? Not only men, there are also some females who are locked up, who can't seek for help from people or from their loved ones. What advice would you give to such people?
Okay, so Mr. Reloaded, you know one thing that I would rather do first before I give advice to other men out there or everybody who's in a dark place? I'd like to first talk to the people who are not in a dark place. You know, there is no harm in you making a comfortable place for people to come and talk to you. It's also us who are in a better place than our friends that make it hard for them to come and approach us to talk to us about all these problems. Mental problems is an issue where you have to talk through it. If you keep it to yourself, it becomes worse. It eats you up on your own. But if you talk about it and you seek professional help, it becomes easier for you to deal with, because you also discover like it's not something that is eating you up, but it's something that you're able to eat up yourself, to just literally delete it out of your life, you know? Because we get scared by people judging us. We get scared of people judging us, especially the men. They get scared of them being judged for not being strong. They get scared. They feel like they're going to be judged for them being all whiny or soft or vulnerable. I would actually say sometimes it's because of the people that are around them that do not create that little bubble, safe space for them to come and, you know, speak out their word and ask for help. Because at the end of the day, we all need help. We are human beings, and we are beings of affection and beings of of attention, if we do not get the right attention, we will end up in the wrong place. So coming to the advice now for all these men, mostly we're talking about men that are in a dark space, I would say if you are going through any of the symptoms of mental illness, you need to check yourself. You need to be honest with yourself. Are you having anger issues? Are you having dark moments? Are you having drinking issues, or because you're trying to run away from your reality? Are you trying to escape from reality every chance you get, even going on video games and just trying to escape reality because reality is like too harsh for you? Then you need to be honest with yourself and face the fact that you're not okay. If you're always trying to run away from reality, you need to face the fact that you're not okay. You need to seek the help that you need. I would actually advise, like, if you have just somebody who is in your family or somebody who is a friend who you are really close to and who you are able to be open with, then you're able to talk to that person about what you're going through. And if need be, if you need professional help, then you will have to accept that you need that help for you to be able to get over it.
At what point do you feel someone should realize or notice to say they're not okay? What are the easiest symptoms that someone will pick out and say, you know what, at this point I feel like I need a family member, I need a friend to confide in? What do you think is the what?
The symptoms.
No. I'm trying to ask you to say, at what point does one draw the line to say, I think I need help from someone out there?
To be honest with you, I don't think there's a specific point. Everybody has got their own battles, and they've got their own ways of handling things.
Okay.
There are some people that can tolerate so much stress. There are some people that can tolerate so much depression. They can tolerate so much around them. And then there are those who are just like maybe affected in maybe a lesser amount of time, and they've got lower tolerance. Then they break down in just a less amount of time, you know. So I don't think there's a specific point, but all I can say is this: if you feel like every day you feel things are getting better, but you find yourself 5 steps backwards the following day when it comes to your emotional state and your mental state, then you do need help.
Okay. Thank you so much for enlightening us on what you know about mental health. We proceed. Let's get to know who Hannah Katyamba is, who Lady Katyamba is. For starters, kindly describe yourself in few words.
Okay, so when it comes to Hannah or Lady Katyamba, I would describe myself as I'm a tenacious being.
Okay.
I am goal-oriented. I am also a hard shell with a very soft inside. I'm confident in who I think I am. You are never sure of who you are because there's also something called the imposter syndrome. But when you find yourself questioning yourself, then you need to start getting to know yourself. And everybody's on a journey of getting to know themselves. And I'm still on that journey, and I'm getting there. But the person who I think I am, I'm very confident in that person, and that's a person who is has got a powerful mindset and who is goal driven and oriented.
Thank you so much. What's your earliest memory that you can recall as a kid? We're now going back to that small Hannah.
Earliest memory.
The earliest memory, and if you have one, kindly let us know how old you were.
Earliest memory.
As a kid.
Yo.
Nice question, eh?
That's a tough one, eh? I have so many memories, I do not know which one is my earliest. But I would pick one. I think it was It was my sister's birthday. It was Naminga's birthday.
Okay.
And I should have been 5 years old by then.
Could you shed some light? Or what was happening? So it was a birthday setup. What was really special about that moment?
So it was, it was a birthday celebration that we had, that the family had, and we invited even the farm workers' kids and our butlers' kids. We had, we had a lot of fun together. And I remember you, Mr. Reloaded, you should have been something like 2 years old, because you were still clutching on Mutinda at that point. And I think Mom was actually pregnant for our young brother, Mwene. So, yeah, that's the earliest memory that I have, I think. I had so much fun. And I remember I didn't have teeth. My front teeth were out.
You had sold them.
And I was in shorts, some good beach shorts with a yellow top, playing as usual and having fun. Yeah, it was a good time.
Good times. Lady Katyamba, just enlighten us on what kind of a kid you were when growing.
When growing up, I was a tomboy. I was a proper tomboy. I used to literally, my friends were boys. My brothers, their friends, my own friends. I had a few girlfriends, which were mostly my cousins. But I loved playing a lot. I used to ride my bike a lot. I used to play wrestling games. I used to play even karate games. And at one point, I wanted to actually join a karate class. And my dad was actually ready. Dad was very ready to go and pay for this class. And then when we came back home, we came to tell Mom, like, oh, we found a karate school and Chuchu wants to join, And then that's how Mom was just like, you have to take my child to go and learn how to fight. What kind of demonic things are those? Yeah, so I grew up like that.
Just kindly take us through your education journey, starting with primary.
Okay.
So,
I've only been to 2 schools when it comes to early education.
Okay.
So my first school, which I started in kindergarten, from kindergarten to my 9th grade, it was St. Francis of Assisi.
When was that? When was that exactly?
Grade 1 was 2001 to 2009.
Okay.
We were that intake that was following the years.
Okay.
So kindergarten, of course, had to be before that, before 2001. So I should have been there like from 1999 to 2001. I started grade 1, and then 2009 I graduated my grade 9 from that school. Then I went on to Chipembe Girls from my grade 10 to grade 12. Where I graduated with my high school O-level diploma.
Okay.
And then thereafter I went to Zikas, Zambia International. What does Zika stand for again? Zambia International.
We're not promoting it. We're not promoting it, so everyone knows Zikas.
I went to Zikas for my A-levels. I did math, economics, and business studies for my A-levels. Thereafter, I went to go and attain my my honors degree, my honors bachelor's degree at the University of Namibia in economics. Yeah, and
we'll get to that point, because I know to say university tertiary education has a lot going on with individuals, right? So, Lady Katyamba, what's a significant turning point in your life that you can tell the people to say, okay, at this point, my view towards life just completely shifted to the 360-degree turn?
I have quite a lot of points when my life has been turned. But one of...
I think what would really help the viewers is one of the earliest ones, because that's the one that really triggers.
The earliest one was when I had my daughter.
Okay, shed some light on that.
I was at a point in my life when
was this to start with? Which year was this?
Okay, so to start with, this was, I fell pregnant in 2019 during my A-levels.
Okay.
And I had her in 2020. So this was a point when I felt pregnant. This was a point in my life when I had actually decided not to have kids. I was just like, I think I'm just going to be that rich auntie who would not have kids.
Boss lady.
Boss lady. That's it. I did not want to have kids. I did not want to. I was not even thinking of marriage at that time because, yes, we had too many examples of bad marriages when growing up, So marriage was not something that I really looked forward to. And then I felt pregnant, and I was also a snob, by the way. After being a tomboy, I became a snob after I finished school. I just became this girl that never cared about anybody else. People are greeting me in the road and I just look at them from head to toe. And a lot of people didn't like me because I was always that child amongst my siblings that just used to love herself, as they used to say it. So when I had my daughter, having her and the experience of raising her the first year of having her, it made me realize how much I need people in my life. I'm not an island. I thought I could do everything on my own, but I can't. I still have problems on asking for help, but at least I know that there's some people that I can really like go to. It's something of also rejection. Like when you ask for help and people reject you, that also pushes me out. But then I come back to say, you know what, nobody owes me anything. But yes, having my daughter was the earliest turnaround point in my life when I realized that the world is actually not revolving around me anymore because I had somebody else to care for 100%. But yeah, that was the earliest point.
Yeah, very, very encouraging, eh? Kind of tell us what's a big risk you have taken and learned from it.
I take a lot of risks, eh?
It's normal.
I've taken way too many risks.
Normal procedure.
Okay, but the one that I've learned from when I was back in school, in university.
Okay. Which one now? Is this
University of
in
Namibia?
Windhoek? Okay.
This is university.
Okay.
When I was attaining my degree, I remember I had a few savings.
Okay.
And I used to have problems with getting money from my father. He was not the type of person who used to like giving money. So I used to get irritated and I'm like, you know what, I need to make a plan for myself. So I decided to actually start doing a few businesses, right?
Okay.
I first started with going for a nail class. I went to go and learn how to do nails.
Okay.
And thereafter, I started doing nails on campus because I was staying on campus. That investment, I did not know whether that investment was going to take me to a certain place, but it actually did. It actually took me higher. I literally even was able to tell my father, you know what, I don't need your money anymore, just pay for my tuition and I'll be okay. And that was a risk because I did not know whether I would be able to need him again. And my dad is the type of person who never used to go back on your words. When you tell him, do not expect him to help you ever again. But me taking that risk of being independent from him has taught me how to be a stronger person, how to endure more in life. You might find yourself having less than a penny in your pocket, but you keep on pushing because you know that you are the only person that owes you a better life. So if you keep on pushing harder and not caring about what other people around you are talking about or doing anything, or there will be people who will come and try to demotivate you in your plans, in the step that you're trying to take. But one thing you need to know is that in life we learn and we live and we learn. So that was something that I was able to learn by getting myself out of my dad's wings and being independent. That helped me to grow to the person that I am right now.
That's very inspiring. Getting to know you better. What's a fun fact about yourself that most people don't know?
Oof. What's a fun fact? My superpower. I'm
Okay.
able to heal with my love.
Mm.
I'm one person, if I care about someone, I'm able to nurture them. I'm able to bring light into their lives.
Mm. Mm.
I'm not a person who will come into your life and maybe just bring so much darkness or a dark cloud.
Mm.
I'm one person who is able to heal with my love and able to nurture with my love.
Mm. Nice, nice. What's something you're so passionate about?
I'm so passionate about people's well-being, if I should say so.
Mm.
I'm one person who loves to bring out people's confidence.
Mm.
And I believe when somebody is confident in who they are and who they think they are, they're able to actually live a better life. Because confidence brings out happiness, and confidence also brings out better strength within yourself, and you're able to face battles and challenges that you never thought you would actually face. But once somebody is actually confident in who they are, their beauty, their mind, their emotions, everything is able to embrace. I am passionate about that, and I feel like that is what I am meant to, like, that is what I was made for on this earth, to just bring out people's confidence and well-being, you know.
Lady Katyamba, what's one thing you're currently learning or trying to improve at?
Patience.
I think this one will touch every viewer.
Patience.
Nice one.
I think every time I feel like I'm trying to master the art of patience, I realize, no, I am still impatient. I am one person who I hate waiting, but I am starting to learn, especially in my spirituality, learning on God's timing. Because God's timing requires patience, and His will also requires patience. Like, you find you've got your own plans, right? But then He has different plans, and then if you do not discern the fact that it's God that is trying to push you away from that so that He can give you something better that He feels is good for you, yeah, you will end up going crazy. I think I've lost it quite a number of times when it comes to me arguing with God over His will. I'm just like, ooh.
And just to add on that point, the Bible clearly states that there's time for everything.
Exactly.
In Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1.
Yes.
Yes.
Everything has a time. So that is something that I'm still learning, and yeah, still going on with it.
Kindly tell us, what's your favorite thing to do in your free time? What does Lady Katyamba do in her free time?
I think making money.
Give us context. You confuse people now.
Okay, I like to make content. I like
Okay.
to make content. I also like to watch movies. I also like to hang out with family and friends. But the most favorite thing that I like the most is traveling. I love to travel. Every chance I get to travel, my guy, I'm on that plane. I am out.
Which countries have you visited? Or let me be more specific. Which countries have you visited and you're like, okay, these were major highlights in my life?
Last year I went for the first time to India.
Okay.
And when I went to India, you know, everybody was like, why are you going to India? And I'm like, because I've heard it's beautiful. And I was not going to New Delhi or
Bollywood.
Or like these other places. I went to a place called Goa. Okay, Goa is in the southern part of India, and it is beautiful. It gives Bali vibes. It is very affordable. And I went to both North Goa and South Goa, and
Nice.
that place is just oof, it's amazing. It's to die for. And you know, the funny part is that it's one district, but the north is very much different from the south. The north is very much local, whilst the south is very much touristic.
And the North never forget.
The north will never forget. But yeah.
Nice. Any other city that you would want to put on the map out there?
The city that I would like to go to, I think I'd like to visit Venice in Italy. I'd like to visit Florence. I would also like to visit Champagne
Where is that?
in France.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Bangkok as well.
Now, what's taking you to Bangkok?
Nightlife.
Say less. Lady Katyamba, what's a book, movie, or TV show that has had a significant impact on your life?
Friends. The series Friends is always, I've watched the series Friends from season 1 to 10
Really?
more than 3 times.
Really?
Yeah. I'm literally currently watching it again. It's a series that when I'm low, when I'm down, and I watch Friends, by the time I finish a few episodes, my spirit will be lifted. It's just the sarcasm, and also it's a reminder on how life can be, and how life does not go according to our plan, but according to God's plan. Like, they do not talk about God, but if you spiritually walk, you are able to relate it, to that. It shows how friends can be and how family can be. It just gives so much perspective on life, and that's why Friends as a TV series is always going to be my number 1 TV series.
Interesting. I'll look into that.
You should.
What are you most proud of in your life so far? There are too many, ne? There are too many things I'm proud of. I'm proud of how far I've come. I'm proud of me not giving up. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of the fact that I'm able to continue pushing even when things are not looking promising. I'm proud of the fact that I am able to take risks even when I know that these might actually have high repercussions. Like, the repercussions that will come from it will be very damaging. But at the end of the day, I'm proud of every step that I take because it has led me to this spot. Yeah. Lady Katyamba, what are your core values? By core values, I mean your personal ethics or ideals that guide you when making decisions and solving problems.
My core values, before I make a decision, I consider my family. How will this affect my family? How will this affect my daughter? Everybody has got their own vices in life, but if you do not have an anchor, you will always be led astray. And for me, God and my family are my anchor, so they are always there to just remind me, like, hello, you might be going through this.
They coexist, eh?
Yes, they coexist. You might be going through this, but remember where you're coming from. Remember that everything that you're doing it for this reason, So my biggest core value is family, and of course God. My second core value is I live by the notion of take care of yourself. I always try to take care of myself. You know that sometimes when your energy is so low and then you still have to take care of others, like your friends are so not okay, you cannot give what you do not have. If you're not able to give what your friends or your family are asking for, you're better off taking a stand down and telling them, like, you know what, I'm also not okay. Let me first take care of me, then I'll come to you. But the fact is, take care of yourself before you lose yourself trying to find somebody else.
Lady Katyamba, what are you most passionate about changing in the world?
The change in the world. Like something that I would like to change.
If you had the grace or the power, or the authority to change and make it a better place or a better world?
How today's generation of men think, and women, actually.
Okay,
Both.
okay.
The gender wars are quite very irritating. I have noticed that the younger generation, right, especially the Gen Z, and they are either they are hopelessly in love, or they are just not like into this whole love thing. They just want to ghost people. They just want to use people. They just want to take without giving. It's sad because I'm now worried, like, where are we going? Is there going to be marriage in the future? Because for me, I still believe in the institution of marriage. I believe that marriage it's a spiritual purpose. It should be something that two spiritual beings find each other so that they can be able to make the world a better place using their marriage and using their life. You cannot marry somebody who is not going to bring an improvement to your life, because if you do not see marriage as a business deal, my guy, you're going to be led astray. So when it comes to marriage, you should always know that when you find that person, it should be somebody that you'll be able to build and they'll be able to build you and not drag down. You cannot always be taken and you cannot always be given. It has to be a give and take. But nowadays, the way the gender wars are going, you know, people are always talking about, why is it that girls always have to get flowers? Why is it that men have to always talk about paying on dates? Like, why can't they just be paying and that's it? Or you find these girls who come out as feminists. Oh no, I'm a feminist. But then at the end of the day, they still want their doors to be open. They still want to be at home, to be housewives. You know, that this toxic version of feminism needs to die. That's what I would say about the girls. And this toxic version of young men that do not want both a traditional woman and a modern woman in one woman, whilst they want to be a modern man, just doesn't make sense. Always wanting a woman to submit. No, give her a reason to submit to you, instead of you just yapping and blabbing and claiming, you know? No. Show her the God in you.
Yeah, that's a very good point, actually. And my last question is under your beliefs and values, Lady Katyamba, would be, what does happiness mean to you? So with this answer, I really want your own definition. What is happiness to you? Or what describes happiness to you?
Happiness for me is peace. When I'm peaceful with my circumstance, when I'm at peace with people, when I'm at peace with myself, especially myself, when I'm at peace with my mind and my heart, that's true happiness for me.
Nice.
Then there's nothing that
nothing else matters.
Nothing else matters.
Nice. Let's move on to your future goals. Ne? Lady Katyamba, what are you working towards now?
Well, I just opened up my spa.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Congratulations on that. For those viewers who are wondering where I'm shooting this podcast from, we are at Habibi.
And it's located in Woodlands.
Just right behind Lewanikamo. So
7541 Sianjalika Road.
So for those people that are wondering what Habibi stands for or means, it's simply Hannah's Beauty Bar. So I encourage you, I urge you to come here. It's a very beautiful place.
Yeah.
It has inspired me a lot. It's full of art. And for me, I feel like it's a whole package of revelation. So I hope to see you here and get your beauty services from the best in the country. Yes, the best in the country. So moving on, you're saying?
So I was saying I have just recently opened up my my spa, and I'm very happy with it. It's, you know, something that is a work in progress, as just like any other business. There's always room for improvement, and that is one thing that I look forward to. Room for improvement. I am going to improve every part of that room, you know. So yes, I just opened my beauty bar. I was planning on getting my master's degree, but maybe to wait for now. Yes. And of course, as we move on, we'll keep on updating you on our plans. You know, real niggas, we move in silence.
Lady Katyamba, what's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is to leave this earth unfulfilled. I believe every person has got a purpose. So I believe I also have a purpose, and I want to fulfill that purpose that God has put me on this earth to fulfill. I don't want to die and feel unfulfilled. I don't want to die and think I did not go through with what God promised He would do. I did not experience all that. I want to experience every little thing, every promise of God. I want to experience every fulfillment that I need to fulfill, every purpose that I need to fulfill. I want to experience it all. So my biggest fear is dying without fulfillment.
Well said, well said. Lady Katyamba, what advice would you give your younger self? What advice would you give your younger self?
Don't stress. At the end of the day,
It all makes sense.
If you just commit your plans to God, in God's hands, He will direct your steps, as Proverbs 16 says. So just don't stress too much, and stay away from the bums. discern good men and leave men that are not good for you. Toxic men are not good for you. They will intoxicate you. So yes, I think those are the two advice that I would give my younger self. Don't stress and stay away from toxic men and women.
Well said. My last question under your future goals would be, what do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be related to God. Because I know that everything that I achieve is not by my might, not by my power, but it is by His grace and His mercy. So I want my name to be associated with Him. When I die, they should know that this woman believed in a great God.
Lady Katyamba, we're now moving on to the segment, a very interesting segment, which has general relationship dynamics. Firstly, Lady Katyamba, are you seeing someone?
I don't think I'm going to confirm or deny that statement or that question.
Okay.
Yeah. We move in silence. Silence.
I feel like you've answered me so with a diplomatic answer. But anyway, we move on. I'm sure you have some experience from your previous relationships which you would want to share out there. And my first question would be, what's the most important thing you've learned about relationships?
Communication. Communication and comprehension have to go together. You might communicate with somebody all that you need to communicate, but as long as they are not comprehensive, that communication won't go far. There's sometimes that you'll be able to communicate how you feel to your partner. You'll be able to communicate how you don't like something or how you like something. But if your partner is not comprehensive, forget about it. That person is not going to take you far. So yes, comprehension and communication go together.
How would a couple enhance their communication? How can they improve their communication?
understanding each other. You know, sometimes we force relationships that with people that would never understand us because they're so different from us. There's this saying that goes, opposites attract. Me, I'm really against that. You know that. If there's one advice that my dad ever gave me when it came to finding somebody for myself, he just told me, he was like, if you want to get married, make sure you find somebody who you think alike with. When you think alike with someone, it makes it easy for you guys to understand each other. Hence, you are reducing too many explanations. You know, explanations become so draining. They drain you so much at a certain point. Not every time you're like, you come home, maybe somebody who you're dating somebody who likes to go out and come back home maybe at 2 o'clock, whilst you are a homebody and you like to stay home and rarely go out. You will always ask that person, why do you always have to come home late? Why do you always, and that person will always have to try to explain to you, but it becomes now a huge issue in the relationship that both of you can't even sort it out, you know? So you need to find somebody who thinks alike with you. Like, even if it was their previous life, maybe, you know, there's some people who don't drink anymore or don't do some things due to maybe they've decided to take another path. But they're able to understand the reason why the other person is doing it, you know?
True.
So I think that's even a better match, because if it's a vice, a bad vice, then that person will be able to coach you out of it, knowing how they experienced, and they're not going to judge you because they've been through it and they've healed from it. Not those people who stopped doing something because of a bad experience and they did not want to heal from it and have not healed completely. Those are the ones who are going to be toxic for you. But then if you find a partner who's healed from a traumatic thing of a bad vice and is trying to pull you away, then that person is trying to build you and make you a better person. And I'm sure you're going to be able to receive it very well and also understand each other on how you're going to be receptive.
I like that point of healing. Healing definitely has to be a key stage, a key procedure immediately after leaving a relationship. Because I feel like when someone is healed, they go in that new relationship with a peace of mind.
That is very true.
With new energy, you know, which is very important.
And you also just attracting, you know, you attract who you are. You attract what you are inside you. You find yourself, you're always attracting people who are broken. You need to check yourself.
True.
Did I heal? Do I just like this toxicity? Do I just love all this drama? Like, is that who I am? You know, so it's according to what works for you.
Kindly tell us, what are your relationship deal breakers?
My relationship deal breakers.
Yes, please.
My relationship deal breakers are pathological liars. I do not like lies. I hate lies. I try all my best to be honest in a relationship because I want my partner to also be honest. You know, so I try all my best. Like, okay, no matter how bad or stupid or reckless the truth can be, I would rather I tell it to them in a very mature, calm way than me lying and making up a story. So I think lies is my biggest deal breaker.
Nice. What are your communication styles? How do they differ, and how do you manage those differences?
Okay, so it depends on what I'm trying to communicate. If I'm trying to communicate something that is a light topic, if it's a light topic, I would rather I take somebody in their comfort place. Like, maybe most of the people that I hang around with, they like to go out and just have a drink, have some dinner, you know, just chill and have a good conversation. So I'd rather approach them in that way, like invite them out and sit them down and, you know, talk in a lighter mode, but then mature way, because some things that may be light may turn out to be very harsh. I have had such instances whereby I confront a light situation with such a serious such a serious face
Atmosphere.
or serious atmosphere, it becomes something big. The person feels so attacked, and you have to be very, very conscious with the way you approach some situations, because some people are not going through the best times in their lives, so they might just react in a very bad way. But if
Very
you
true.
know how to approach it, it will give you good results.
Very
And if
true.
it's a very serious situation, of course, I'll have to also have a serious atmosphere. I would rather talk about it in a serious atmosphere than in a casual atmosphere, so that the person and I can literally find a solution together, or we just talk about it and decide on what ways and what roads we're both going to take.
Lady Katyamba, what are your love languages? Boop, 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 boop.
Money, 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 money.
That's a good one.
If you find a woman who tells you they do not like money, run.
Scam.
Run.
Scam.
Because the fact is that if a woman will be in love with you, will stay in love with you, she will have to worry less about where her next meal will be coming from, where her next money or treatment, hair treatment or nail treatment will be coming from, because she will have to have somebody she can rely on. If the woman is always trying to complain about money, my friend, the love is diminishing in every complaint. So one of my love languages is money. My second love language, how I express my love, or how I love my people to express their love, is cooking. I love to cook for people who I love, and when somebody cooks for me, I also find that as a love language. Gift giving is also a very big love language for me, which also runs back to money. Also, my fourth love language is touch, physical touch. I love physical touch, because it just reminds you, like, okay, this person is thinking, is honoring my presence, Yeah, I think those are my main love languages.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Lastly, under the general relationship dynamics, my last question would be, how do you balance your individual needs with the needs of your partner?
Okay. First of all, one thing I've learned in a relationship is you need to talk about finances. And finances is a topic that is a very hard topic when you're just starting your relationship, or when you even have been in a relationship for years and years. It will always not be a very straight conversation unless you want it to be straight. So for me, I'd rather talk about my individual needs and also talk about my partner's needs, on how we're going to be able to meet them financially, emotionally, spiritually, and intellectually. So we have to have a conversation to say, okay, what do you want from this relationship? And I will also put it down about what I want in the relationship. And if we can come up to an agreement, then that's a goal for the relationship. If we cannot, then sorry. Next. Thank you. Next.
And this is my own personal question. What's your view on long distance relationships? And if at all you feel they work, what strengthens the relationship?
Okay. I've never always liked long distance relationships, but as I grow older, I realize that a long distance relationship can work, but not for a long time. It can work for the most minimal time.
There should be a purpose.
There should be a purpose to why you're being distant, and not just that thing of, oh no, we're in two different countries, so we're starting to date and we'll always be long distance. No, that's cock and bull. It's maybe that situation where your husband has been transferred, or your girlfriend has been transferred, or maybe they're at school, or they have something going on just for the long distance relationship. You have to know how to make it work. You know, you have to do video calls with that person. You have to remind that person, reassure them that you are still with them, that you are still their person. You know, show them a little bit of proof to say when you're out, okay, hi, I'm just here with the girls, picture, you know, that kind of thing. Because people have got, like, there are some people who are overthinkers and there's some people who are still broken and still healing and everything. But for me, long distance relationships are able to work for a minimal amount of time, but not for a very long time, because we are affectionate creatures. We need physical touch. We need reassurance. So, yeah.
Thank you. We're now moving to the fun segment.
I thought that was a fun segment.
No. Where we'll be playing just a game called This or That.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want you to really get comfortable and give me a good face, because it's gonna be fun, because it requires you to think a little, eh?
All right.
My first This or That question is, would you like to have a superpower? Sorry, under the superpowers, right? Which superpower would you have? Flight superpower or invisibility superpower? And give me a reason, if at all. I'll repeat myself. Which superpower would you opt to choose between flight or invisibility?
Damn. Can I have both?
Let's clean it to one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I will choose invisibility. I'll choose invisibility because if I'm able to be invisible, I am able to go on a plane without them noticing. And travel to my destination.
That's a very smart answer.
Yeah.
Can we proceed?
Yes.
The second one is, so I'm trying to describe a situation, right? You are stuck on a deserted island. Would you rather have a phone or a lighter?
A lighter.
Okay.
Because there will obviously not be any signal. It's a deserted island. Where are you going to get signal with your phone? I'm not going to be catching selfies for the rest of. I would rather have a lighter.
But what if you're like Mr. Reloaded, who wants to document
Document what?
his life?
So that you can die there with your phone. Because that phone, if it's iPhone, as iPhone users, that phone is only going to last for 5 hours max. If you're lucky, if you're just not touching it too much. You are better off with a lighter, because when darkness comes, honey, you're gonna need that lighter.
That's a wise answer. The fourth This or That question to Lady Katyamba is, would you rather have $1 million or one true love?
Just give me money. Give me money.
I knew that would be a very good question.
Give me money, because you say one true love. What if that one true love is just for 1 year or 5 months? And then they die. Or maybe they even leave you, but it was true love, but it couldn't work. Because you know that love where they say real love at the wrong time?
Yeah.
Like, no, guys, just give me money. It doesn't break my heart.
I respect your opinion.
Yeah, give me
The
money.
viewers respect your opinion. Lastly, Mr. Reloaded respects your opinion, Lady Katyamba. And lastly, Lady Katyamba, would you rather always be cold or always be hot?
Hot.
It's a no-brainer.
No brainer. I'm not a winter person. Nope. I'd rather be hot. There's the ocean I can jump in. There are pools, there are showers. I can control heat. But cold? Nah, I'm good.
Lady Katyamba.
Take me to Dubai. The heat there is good.
I see. Lady Katyamba, we're wrapping up this episode. We're coming to an end, and is there any advice that you'd want to give Mr. Reloaded and his platform, or whatever is in you that you'd want to release?
All I would say is this, Mr. Reloaded. The journey that you have chosen to take, as long as it is making you happy and bringing you fulfillment, don't give up. It is just the beginning, and you will be able to find everything that you have been dreaming of at the end of this journey. But enjoy every step of it. Do not look forward to when you're going to have 4 million viewers or 4 million followers.
Very true.
Or 10 billion. Okay, yeah, that's too much because we are only, how many billion are we now? 8 billion in the world? No matter how many viewers or followers you're going to have, you need to enjoy every one of your viewers as they join every time and as the platform grows. In life, it's not about the end, but it's all about the journey. You have to take each step at a time and take each day as it comes. So let's enjoy this journey of life and enjoy this journey that you have started, and everything will be okay at the end of it all.
Thank you so much, Lady Katyamba, for empowering and blessing this episode. And lastly, I would want to just give a big shout out to one of the people that really influenced me to be who I am today. He was a brother, he was a friend, he was a father to me, and he really wished the best for me. And I feel like at this time, if I only had one guardian angel, I feel like there are now two. Thank you so much to Dan Ngoy. He was very special in my heart, and I really thank God for giving me nothing but good memories.
Amen.
On that point, I would like to end the show by saying, it's been your boy, Mr. Reloaded. Thank you for dining with us, and see you when you see me.
See you when you see us.
Ciao.
Habibi. Come to Habibi.
Definitely.